This is John Dieterich, and I play in Deerhoof and in other bands sometimes.
All right, John, thanks so much for being a part of this.
Thanks for having me.
The whole idea that we had for this series is to turn people on to music outside of like more algorithmic ways.
Right.
And have friends and artists that are just big fans of music sharing what they love. And
Yeah.
so I think we could just jump into your recommendations.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So my first recommendation is by someone named Losel Mar. It's my friend Thomas Bonvalet, and he's we've I mean I've known him for probably 20 some years at this point, but he's a multi instrumentalist, and he has played in lots of different contexts. We actually played in a band called Power Dove together, but he does his solo thing, and it's difficult to describe. But basically, he takes these kind of simple materials, like he'll take a metronome and like a homemade strange like miniature guitar that he invented, like the sort of tunings for, and he has like a piece of wood on the floor with a contact microphone, and he wears tap uh, you know shoes, and he has his own kind of little PA setup, but it's basically really super rhythmic music, very sort of minimalistic and repetitive and incredibly beautiful, and he's a genius. And this record is incredible, and
Amazing.
it's so well recorded, and it's one of my favorite. It's called Sans Chemin, Sans Chemin, which means without. What does it mean? Without paths, no paths. So yeah, I highly recommend that. So yeah, that's one. Let's see, what else do we got? Okay. There's a Brian Eno record called the Shutov Assembly that I really love, and I haven't heard it in a while now, but it's one of my fave records. It's like one of his ambient records,
Amazing.
and I've been thinking about it. That's kind of why I bring it up. It's not that I've been listening to it, but I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and just sort of, these records sort of changed the way a lot of people heard music and heard sound, and or changed the way people thought about what music should be and things like that. And I've been thinking about that a lot, and especially during the pandemic, and sort of reevaluating my own processes and my own sort of prioritization of uh, what is material and
Yeah.
what is music, and do I care, and like
Yeah.
what's the like what like trying to sort of allow myself to sort of free up some of my like preconceptions about what you know qualifies.
Amazing.
So that's one. Let's see what else we got. I really love. There's a record by a Phoenix band that I believe,
Yeah.
called Slow Moses,
Yeah.
and I played a duo show with Michael Krasner a few years ago in Phoenix, and the other band that was playing was Slow Moses, and I loved it so much, and they gave me a CD, and it's called Charity Binge. Actually, it was the LP, and it's just a fantastic, beautiful record. Really interesting production, great songwriting. I feel like really bizarre guitar tones,
Yeah.
and I love that. I don't know. It just feels like its own weird world,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's just really creative and fun, and like we listen to it all the time when we're cooking dinner.
Awesome. Awesome.
And what else we got? We got, okay. There's a great Morton Feldman record that I love called For Samuel Beckett, and it's it's for, I think it's a chamber ensemble actually, like chamber orchestra, and like um actually this relates to this conversation too about and stuff like it's basically like a 45-minute piece that is incredibly static. It's kind of like, it feels like basically it just starts and you're all of a sudden engulfed in this wave of sound,
Okay.
and it's constant movement. It's like, to me it really is like just being in water, and there's never, it's like all the same and all completely different all the time. It's
Amazing.
like, there's, if you're in water, it's like you're essentially in this environment, but it's constantly changing, and you and but you but it also feels of the same language.
Okay.
And I don't know, a lot of Feldman's music is like that, and this piece is exceptionally strongly like that. I mean, it's really like, just like, it's almost like a noise record. It's incredible. What else we got? There's a record that Tricky put out a long time ago called Nearly God. Um, that is one of my favorite records, and I had kind of forgotten about it. I hadn't listened to it in like 20 years, and I randomly found the CD, and we went to Santa Fe, um, and put it in the CD player, and like it's still just like, he is such a master of understanding repetition and time, and just with really simple elements, making something that is just crushingly powerful, I feel like. And yeah, I every time I come back to it, I'm like, yep, that's my favorite record. And it's weird because it's like, I don't love everything about it. I mean, I do in the sense, from a nostalgic sense,
Yeah.
but like coming back to it, like there's certain stuff on it that I really like love, in a way that's like, I'm just like, I really just wish I made it, and like that kind of thing, or I could make something like that.
Yeah.
But like, it's very strange. I mean, it's truly weird. That's one, and the next one I would say I put right next to it because it's from a similar time in my life, and I listened to them around the same time, which is a record by Skinny Puppy called Rabies. And I don't love everything about this record, but the stuff that I love, I feel like it's so successfully like transgressively vile sounding.
Yeah.
Like, they really succeed in like making something that you can't understand the construction of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's really like, it feels like they're really playing with you in a way that I enjoy, and I find it really confusing, and just like that they weren't afraid to play around with forms and to make things stop halfway through a phrase, and to like, you know I don't even know what most of the lyrics are. I have no idea, but like, it's just, I think it's successfully, like, put it this way, I think there's like, I grew up listening to a lot of metal, and this is sort of like, I guess, like industrial or something. I don't know how you'd call Skinny Puppy,
Yeah.
but like, for me, it successfully communicates a kind of a feeling of like uh, just negative emotion. Like, I feel like when I heard it, I was looking like, what the way I felt was like, it scared the crap out of me, and like and it still achieves that, and I feel like it does it through being really creative, and not obvious, and like, and it's still really simple stuff. I mean, it's like a drum machine and a voice and some synths or something. It's not like there's like, it's not that the instrumentation is so crazy. It's just yeah, I don't know. It's just cool. And I missed getting to see them live. So, but my brother was a big fan of theirs, and they're great. But thank you so much for doing this,
Thank
and
you.
I can't wait to watch the other ones you do.
Before we end the call, do you have anything that you want to plug?
Yeah. There Deerhoof just came out with a new record called Actually You Can. In the, I guess, few in mid October it came out, and it's on Joyful Noise Records, and yeah, we're about to get together for the first time and maybe play some of it together. Um, and I have a record coming out at the end of the month with a German duo named Training, and the name of the record is 3 Seconds, and that's coming out on a German record label called Fun in the Church,
Awesome.
and it's coming out November 26th, I think.
Thanks so much, John.